All right, if that red light is to believe, I believe we are live. Technically, streaming kind of janky to the Facebook group. I just dropped the YouTube link in the Facebook group. They were trying to walk through all these different ways to get so you can actually stream to Facebook again with StreamYard because Facebook is being a butt munch. But apparently, you need to have a page with at least 100 followers to go live on your Facebook page. So my Facebook page only has 51 followers on it. So I am 49 shy. Do not go and look for my Facebook page to go subscribe to it. Don't do it. I don't care that much. I don't understand for a company they're like, hey, come here and do things is making it harder to go there and do things. It makes no sense to me. But hey, if Facebook wants to become a dumpster fire, be a dumpster fire.
So how many followers do you have to have?
100.
I have 174.
Oh, so yeah. So Reinhold, you have the ability. You could stream to your Facebook page and then drop the page in the Walnut group and stream that way.
Now, I'll tell you, I did try to set this up because I do have it set up now that I'm co-streaming this to YouTube and to Twitch.
Yeah.
To my YouTube and my Twitch. When I tried to set up my Facebook, it told me I couldn't because I wasn't popular enough. I have 174 followers and 138 likes, so I don't know.
You hit the limit. It's supposed to be 100 followers, so you should be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe they changed everything, so you're not popular enough.
I'll have to try that.
Well, maybe we'll call Neist. Maybe he'll make us more popular.
You get my credit card out and take care of it.
Yeah. I did just follow the Reinhold's trap card.
Yeah, you have to make my trap card. Credit card.
Yeah. So guys, if you give us follows and stuff, we can.
Don't follow me on Facebook. Don't. Please don't.
You can't follow. You should be able to publish to the group though, right?
No. So what you got to do is go live in the group, and then bring the stream over that way. Then I was just like, I have no idea how that works, nor do I want to this is going to be awful because the whole group is like, oh, someone's going live in here. So I was going to let Spangle figure that crap out, and then I'm just going to go, oh, thanks, buddy. Because all those people would probably be more upset to see my face than his.
You'd be surprised. I think most of the people in there would rather see you now. So
I don't know about that. You know, they love him. Okay, all right. They're only look it over. They're only mildly angry at him. I do think it's wild where because it's been a while since I've been on the show with him, and I probably need to do it because the comments of where the heck is Harry are starting to pile up more.
Yeah, nobody's asking where I'm at, but they're asking where you are.
Well, so you showed up. You showed up. They find out where you were.
Yeah, but it's been a long time since I've been on there. So.
Well, right. You're a very busy man.
Okay. Just because I had my, told you so moments, I had to get on there.
Do you want to do that? Should that be the that Tuesday that's coming up in November that Vincent's not gonna care about at all, probably play video games? Do you just want to? Should we do an all day stream and let you do your? Because that would take instead of. Well, be all kinds of weird election stuff happening. Do you just want to do the "I told you so" episode that day? Or you want it all said and done and put that in the "I told you so"?
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I haven't made any pronostications for this November yet, so.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Did you get that?
I don't know what's going to happen yet.
Did you get that video I sent you about how borders are silly? Isn't that a silly border?
Yep. I just saw that when I was looking when I looked over at my Discord. I hadn't looked at it all day. So
yeah.
See, the only voting I care about is that Capcom did this whole fan voting on rating their things as massive questionnaire.
Yeah.
And because the West are people who are so die-hard down bad for Dino Crisis. It was ranked number 2 as the best game in the poll. And Regina from Dino Crisis got the top 10 of characters for no reason. And it's a game that hasn't been out in 25 to 30 years.
Yes, it's American there.
Yeah, just Dino Crisis everywhere. That was the true winner. That
Yeah.
and
I just want to
Devil May
get.
Cry.
I just want Waffle House as a stage in Street Fighter. So I want Atlanta. Mm.
It's terrible.
And then if we could get like Waffle House uniform tie-in skins, I'd buy that. I'd buy the Waffle House stage. Honestly, they'd probably get $30 out of me because I'd get this. I would.
God, just kidding in a Waffle House uniform.
Waffle House uniform. God.
That'd be so stupid.
Bison in the Waffle House manager uniform. God, sorry. I'm back. No, I sent Reinhold a video. My favorite video when I said people talked about like, you know, we need borders and blah 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 blah, and it's the border video. Minnesota, and they have to use it to get to school every day. So the bus stops at a booth and reads off everybody's phone on the phone. Everyone's passports, hangs up the phone, then drives across the border and does this twice. Take the kids to school, and take the kids gets kids from school. Borders are stupid.
I know it's.
I'll just let you know, I just checked and I am able to set up and stream to Facebook, except that I only have a limit of where, because I'm a guest, I can only stream to 2 locations, so I can't do. But I got to set it up where I could choose to do it if I want to.
Maybe I need to link you. Maybe to tell Spangle to link you up as a member account so you can jump in. Stream to Facebook. Yeah. Or do you really need YouTube?
That's all right. I've got X set up as well, so
Gross.
now
Gross.
I just set it up. I can do all 4 places.
I could stream like that. Ace Dead goes, Futo is an unfortunate thing to call anything. Yeah, it looked very stupid. It goes, I know, yeah, it gets me too. Gets because this is I don't like looking at Christian things.
Just,
That's one of the things I miss. So Rooster Teeth used to have some really funny stuff, and the whole "what is Futo" comedy bit that happened. They were trying to explain what Fupo meant to somebody who had no clue, and tried to do it without saying it. It was hilarious.
But no, we'll get to that.
We are a wholesome channel here.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh man. Other comments.
The other one was Gavin's Star Wars rant, where he was just like didn't understand it. He's like, it was the whole beginning when it starts reading off stuff, and it's like it was over my head or something like that. It's like, you know, you have to see it to believe it's hilarious. It's like, well, it takes place in a different time in a different place, right? He's like, yes. Well, they should say that. They did. The galaxy far away. Was it too smart for you?
Just, you know, feels like it happened in a distant place. Not even here. That's hilarious. That's a good
They
writing.
should just say that. It was like everybody at the same time in unison.
Pretty neat. All right, so the topic is do you guys want to jump to topics, or do you guys want to keep going on?
I mean, you didn't introduce any of your.
Oh yeah, we still got to introduce people. Like we are nearly 10 minutes in. It's like I'm like that bad show that does on Friday nights. I'm still haven't introduced people in the first. I figure as long as I get in the first 30 minutes, still better than that show that happens on Friday. The bigger, badder show that happens on Friday nights. Anyways,
there's a show on Friday nights.
Yeah, pretty nice.
I know about.
Yeah, no, not on our network. A different network that I like to watch, and I think is really really cool. And I watch it.
They had the fun one last week with the red hair of liberty or whatever it's called, the pink hair of liberty.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways,
yeah, I heard a Hody said he had to take a shower after watching that one.
Maybe that's how I got food poisoning. Anyways, hello everybody. My name is Harry, aka the Moving Target, bringing you a new episode of Low Key on the Movable Chairs Network. And I also bring a new bunch of casting characters. So let's introduce everyone as the orders of technically age of the network. So let's go with Reinhold. Reinhold, you go say hi.
Hello, everybody. My name is Reinhold, and I've been having a fun day just dealing with home ownership issues.
That's okay.
And temperatures getting in the warm areas, and it's turning on air conditioners and finding out half the air conditioners don't work. We got to fix them, and all kinds of other stuff happening. So
that's fine. Most of our millennial audiences own homes, anyways. And we also got Vincent.
Okay, I understand the heat. As of right now, my bedroom is an icebox because that's the only place. I sealed the door, have the air conditioner on full blast, have 2 fans cycling in there. As soon as this podcast over, I'm not gonna talk to you losers. I'm gonna go hide in my cold room. My living room's 85 degrees.
See, I see your hair moving and a little shine. It's like, man, a little oily today.
I literally got out of the shower like half an hour ago, like before I hopped in the thing. He was like, "Oh no, I need to cool down. It's too hot out here." my thermostat on the wall saying how hot it is maxed out. It's one of the old dial ones that go up to a certain. It's just at like 90, and it hasn't moved since I got home.
I told my wife that I was gonna turn the AC up to 80, like save electricity, bring it down some. And she looked at me like, "Do you want to make it 22 years?" It's like I am the man of this house. I control this thermostat. And I'm going to choose and leave it alone.
You control the thermostat, but I control this knife. I just go in your ribs.
Man. Anyway, so I did not also touch the AC. I just put a sweater on.
I also think I've only slept maybe a total of 12 hours in the last 5 days. Oof. So
I had that, but with food poisoning.
It wasn't food poisoning. You just ate too much.
Oh man, I wish I didn't eat anything at all on Sunday besides like some chicken broth, and I didn't have coffee until like 4 p.m.
Oh god, so late.
Yeah, that's why I knew that's why I knew. It was like, this is food poisoning. It's nothing else. This is just food poisoning.
I had food poisoning about 3 weeks ago. I had me down for 3 days.
Oof. It's wash your hands.
I worked people. Half days.
Yeah. Wash your hands.
Well, I was separating hamburger, and I think the hamburger had gone like a day too long or something. So
got it. Ryan chews his fingernails.
Fair.
I just licked my lips after I'm messing with the hamburger. What are you talking about?
He's sitting there doing a PowerShell script.
It's tartar.
You know,
just lick my fingers.
The best chicken is medium.
Is a little pink in the middle,
chicken. The little pink in the chicken. That salmonella umami flavor.
Oh, this weekend, I did slow rock a whole chicken this weekend. So for about 8 hours in the crock pot, just nice. It just fell off the bone. It was so good.
Nice.
I did the internal temperature, and it's supposed to be like 165 degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was 202. We're good.
Nice. The buyer that has ridiculous stuff sometimes on clearance sale. The fan of the show, Tanner, was talking about how they was having truffle oil, stuff like that. Oh, I do the clearance racks at Myers around the day, and he was right. I picked some of that up. So much of it.
They have so much random shit in clearance. Or like, oh yeah, this meat, it's just buy one get one. Yeah, why? Because especially pork.
I took those the beef ribs and I covered them in the truffle oil and wrapped them in foil and put them back in the heat and leave them there for 2 hours.
Done and done.
It's just it was like this way every time. That way is expensive. That stuff isn't on clearance. That's expensive.
Well, my wife likes for snacks every once in a while. She likes those little pizzas you can get from Kroger. The
Mhm.
Kroger brand little pizzas are like $4, right? $4.50. And then I was in Kroger's the other day, and they were selling the Jack's pizzas, which isn't the same as the Jack's pizzas that we know and love, but it's name Jack's. They were selling them for $2 a piece or $2.50 a piece, and like half of them were gone. And people were just clearing those things out.
No.
So I loaded up on a bunch of them.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
Completely
Finding
understand.
deals, baby.
That's what you do. Find those deals. I love finding deals. It's why I'm always on the trade sites and looking for things. What?
No, I completely understand.
I'm
It's
cheap.
like-
I'm cheap. You know, the only person I ever saw cheaper is the boss I work for now, and he looked at me and was like, "Harry, like I'm cheap, and you have a problem."
What are you? Are
I'm-
you 3 cents for a banana picture cheap?
One day away from banana bread.
I don't think I'm.
No,
yeah.
Rhino, you know what I'm talking about at all. So there's a
the
game,
the banana.
the banana game on Steam that they're selling each of the drops for 3 cents. So it just it's the second most played game on Steam right now, behind CS:GO 2, because of just
So that's-
flicker bots.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's just the banana. At first, when I first looked up, I was like, "Why is there a banana? Why are we
Right?
talking about bananas?" They're like, "Oh, man." It's like reminded me though, because I was going. I want to get it. It's 3 cents, and I haven't got it yet. I've just been thinking. I was at work when I saw it. I was like, "Why is
It
there?"
was like, I want the Sims free money cheat.
You I want it. Give me.
I was talking about. I was getting ready to say that's why I love the Kroger app so much. Is I'll sit there and pop open the Kroger app, and you can clip all these coupons on the app, and then when you go through and you buy stuff, it automatically applies the coupon. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So I'll just sit there and I'll just spend like an hour just hitting clip, whether I want it or not. I just put it in my little wallet. So
Yep. Yeah.
go in there and buy $140 worth of stuff, and you pay like $62 for it. I love those days.
For me, it's certain things. Like if it's the grocery store, I genuinely half the time don't care, since I'm a single man who's paying only for myself. So I walk in a grocery store, I was like, what do I want for the week? What is on sale? That's what I'm gonna go with for this week.
Must be nice.
I just go get the box of ramen and do my special ramen stuff that everybody loves.
I mean, ramen has too much salt. And it's a lot of salt.
He's a monster.
So my wife asked me about that because I was making it. She's like, "Well, I'm gonna try it." So I let her try it, and she just couldn't do it.
Yeah, no.
She said it was too sweet. It was too sweet for her because I think the combination of the A1 sauce and the beef packet, it is the sweetiness to it. I think she was just like
Yeah,
just hit her wrong. So.
Because the beef one is probably the more sweet out of the packet flavors.
No, you're a monster, Randall, by the way.
I mean, I agree, but
So I ended up eating hers too. So now I need more A1 sauce. I'm out. I was gonna get some tonight and I forgot.
it's sin on food.
You're
A1
gross.
sauce right there, baby.
I want you to know. You make it hard to defend you. Because a lot of times I'd be like, well, Rhino's is right, blah, blah, blah. But then this just makes me go like, I don't know, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's not worth defending.
Personal taste. I enjoy it. I like the taste of it.
This man probably puts ketchup on mac and cheese.
I used to.
I know.
I used to too. When I was hurting for money and stuff, when I was working like 2 jobs and I couldn't have any money, I was I would go and get those like the instant potatoes and make the instant potatoes in a microwave and just put A1 sauce in the potatoes.
Yeah, I think the other one, you start like going like, you know what? I think I'm going to say it. I shouldn't say it, but there ought to be a law. Sorry, Randall.
You're banned. I'm sorry, Randall.
There ought to be a law.
You're not allowed to do that. That's just an affront to nature.
You're
There-
like,
there
yes,
is-
I'm fine with men with guns to come to your house. Make sure you're not doing.
There's a
It's the
one drop
degeneracy.
rule. There's a
Yes.
one drop rule for A1 sauce.
When they talk about degenerates, that's what they're talking about, right? The A1
Absolutely.
too much A1 sauce on everything.
yes, this is the degeneracy.
Because I'll sit there and drink this A1 sauce. I'll tell you right now.
A1 sauce people.
This
the
is a
ketchup people.
sickness.
This is a sickness. We do not want it.
Man, I tell you, the best thing is a nice roast that I've cooked for like a whole day in the slow cooker, and then you put that thing out and you put A1 sauce all over. Oh, it's
Sickness.
But why?
so good.
And what was the point of seasoning the roast?
The roast is great. The roast tastes great.
The
Oh, yeah,
roast
I've
tastes
seasoned it.
great. It is gross
roast.
now.
It's great.
Might as well just
Awesome.
just put it in there with the A1 sauce.
I need a helicopter
with-
sound when he
Cook
starts
it with the
talking about this.
potatoes, and you make the mashed potatoes out of it. And it's all good.
Just saying at this point right now, it's like I don't know. Someone could go for a helicopter ride. I'll probably just let that one go right now. Just like, you know what? We get one. We get. So I'm going to use my one. Anyways, let's talk about the topic at hand. So, Adobe is burning. Good.
The latest in the list of people doing stupid things.
So, Adobe, who I've hated for years since they bought Macromedia, massive giant in the industry of what people like, most of you boomers know that is the PDF company. But the company that does a lot of like or Photoshop, or actually it's synonymous with the word of Photoshop. This object, this image that we're looking at is photoshopped. This is the Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Dreamweaver, all the other junky tools that they've made and bought from other companies, absorbed inside of Adobe.
In the description, we'll have a list of all the alternatives that are free that you can go out there and get that won't screw you over.
Oh, I'm not doing that. This is huge. I'm not doing that. They can go look for themselves, because whatever I suggested they won't like, because like I use GIMP and old version of Adobe that I bought like years ago, but I still have download file for it. What are you gonna do? I own it.
I still have a copy of a band application myself. DVD rip.
Ooh, nice. And WinRAR too.
Yeah, WinRAR, but DVD rip. They actually were forced to take that off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But I still got a copy.
Yeah, because that's the one that's like it's old enough, like it doesn't care about your.
They hacked the key.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't care about your rights.
Not as useful these days. Nobody does DVDs anymore, but I'm just saying.
I still do it. So yeah, Adobe is burning. So as you guys may know, like we talked about it last week, right?
A little bit.
Which,
We briefly touched on it.
Yeah, Adobe decided to briefly over the weekend, a couple weeks back, Adobe decided to put up a just change of the terms of service and telling everyone like, hey, in order to continue using Adobe software and basically get access to your files or projects that you've been working on, you must agree to this new terms of service. So take this roofie and let us inside you and let us have access to all your files.
Oh, I didn't know we were talking about Blizzard again.
Oh, no. This is Adobe. Another line of tech companies that are just, I don't know, are awful people, and any other tactics. If we were talking about dating, this is the company that puts things in your drink and just lets themselves inside. Yeah, and you might be like, why is Harry using such harsh language? Because they deserve it. These are bastards.
So you're saying that Adobe is Brock Turner?
Yes. Convicted rapist Brock Turner, who lives in Ohio.
Well, he's not a congressman sitting on the intelligence committee.
Got a few for you. Yeah, that won't happen yet. He's got a he'll get a cushy job somewhere and eventually. Anyways, no. So Adobe just did all this, and it just ignited the entire internet into flames. Artists everywhere were just talking about it. Like I saw watch people who shared Grum's take and breakdown. I want to say like not famous story, but like Grums, who does a lot of different like cultural breakdown stuff. And on the opposite end of the cultural world, a lot many artists still share his thing. Like, look, this is what's going on. Blah 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 blah. So it's like more of a. It was kind of neat to watch people like, hey, I hate this guy, but he's freaking right here, and it was neat to watch. You know, it shocked me when I watched my lefty friends share our Grums tweet. Dude, that's how I found out about what was going on. I'm like, oh man, which and yeah, sure enough, it was real. And I removed all the new Adobe stuff off my machine. I was like, giving off my VM. My files are mine. But like, because you have to go, like, I hate using Adobe Creative Cloud so but it's like you need to get some of the neater tools and newer tools a little faster, especially to do things real work. But I do notice like the issue, like just like everything, like an iPhone or an iPad or something like that, and or even OneDrive, it makes you want to save to the cloud. And no, I've got plenty of storage here locally. I do not want to save to your cloud drive. It's perfectly fine. I want to work here. I want to work locally, which I assume that they're scanning everything I put out there in the cloud, but not my hard disk. And this term service law is like, no, we're also going to search that too. And it's also like weird because they were trying to use it for, they of course brought out the kids. We're doing this to make sure no one's doing bad with kid stuff, and so trying to. It's the thing they always do when they try to ban anything. They try to make it so like, oh, you won't oppose it because the bad people are doing the thing that we don't like, and you're not a bad person. Bad thing and bad person. It's just like Matt Walsh and like trying to ban. Talked about banning pornography. Is the idea is like, well, if a kid has the object to get it, then you should be held responsible. And I'm like, dude, you sound like every gun grabber that you freaking hate that you're supposed to hate it for. You sound like every authoritarian. Like, well, I'm just going to use this excuse and just do it. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Let's ban these books because some kids might read them and they might find those things objectionable. So let's ban all the books, even if you are an adult who should be able to read these books. Well, we're gonna ban them though.
Yeah.
Well, it's the Constitution Party, right? So they have the thing where they want to protect the Constitution, and to do that, they're going to protect the First Amendment by banning pornography.
Yes.
Because only by banning pornography can you protect free speech.
Yes,
this is literally what they say.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and they have developed this rationale, and it is the most hilarious twist of anything that you might call logic. It's so amazing.
Yeah, because you can substitute anything out for pornography and just ban everything with the same bit of logic. It's the same thing as the gun grabbers. Like, okay, yes, you have the right to own a gun, but the fact that a kid could get access to it, we should stop that for the common good. Like, whoa. I was like,
we need to ban red meat because red meat could cause cancer to somebody, people sometimes. So all red meat needs to go to protect democracy.
Correct. Yeah. And it's like, well, that's slippery slope. It's not. It's just like we're just taking your logic, just going more off into it. It's the same way with alcohol. Like alcohol's freaking dangerous. Cell phones are freaking dangerous. Everything we can do all these things just because people have access to different things. I think I think it's, if you really want kids to not, I don't want to go in this argument like with like kids like pornography. It's like, why don't you you gotta, I don't know, like let the porn companies act like real companies. It's like, we want them to show their IDs. Like, well, it's kind of hard to get people to want to share their IDs with somebody you kept shady and can't have an actual bank account. But it's like, oh yeah. But if the hub account can like, oh no, it's tied to, I can easily use this with Visa, ACH, and do all the stuff with it. But no, they've got to use some shady things of like, which, well, not shady, just feels shady because it's not out inside the normal system. Then, heck yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to share my information.
Giving you a screenshot of my driver's license? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't shit. Yeah, I'm not going to think so. But if you want me to give you a penny with my credit card because I'm an adult and I have a car and I should be able to do this, cool. Yeah, that's fine. We can do this. Okay.
That's logic, though. You're putting logic where there is none.
I mean, isn't that Indiana's new law to January 1st or July 1st? You have to have a driver's license on file.
Yeah, July 1st. July 1st. Yep. Which yep, if you don't have the proper VPN set up in about 2 weeks, you go lose access. So hit the download button now, kids. I'll be fine. I have a model account, so I'll be fine. Yeah. Anyways, not to protect free speech, to protect D's. Oh no, Iskiji. Anyways, so but the cool thing is, right, with it back to Adobe, is a lot of yes, these kids. Okay, all right. A lot of things, like some of those things was going with Adobe. People was like, you know what? I don't want your Adobe. I'm going to go to something else. Well, hundreds of people decide to leave, and look like the FTC has figured out that Adobe has hidden cancellation fees and is unlawful. FTC suits us. So Adobe normally trapped customers in the annual subscriptions the FTC alleged. This is I'm reading like an article from Ars Technica. Yep. So just like I don't know what allegedly DirecTV, AT&T allegedly.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the idea is that you can pay monthly, but it's an annual subscription, so you can't just cancel any time.
Mhm.
Yep. But apparently Adobe was also hiding out, like, so you could do monthly, and also that you actually have to sit with a 2, it is this price, but you're agreed to stay here for 2 years. And the other thing with it is that, okay, you can leave, but since you didn't finish a year out, you have to pay this much, scaring people to cancel. And so people weren't canceling, which you can't do. So I am I am shocked the FTC's gotten enough their butt to do something again this year.
Yeah, 2 things in like 2 months,
Right?
making non-competes
Yeah,
illegal.
the non-compete thing, and this is like FT. Who is what? I may have to look at like.
Thanks, Biden.
They put somebody on the board or something.
I know, right? They'll tie this to Biden. This clearly Trump did this. It's clearly Trump. Okay, all right.
Oh, it's just like all the people on the right who are like, I'm glad they struck down that bump stock thing. I'm like, that was a Trump executive order, right?
Yeah, right.
You guys happy about that? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, so so apparently Adobe got caught with the FTC doing this weird stealth discancelations, and makes you wonder like how long have they been doing this? Probably for years, and probably really got caught like probably supposed to smoke when all these people decided to try to get out these last 2 weeks, and probably got mass flagged.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those issues of once you see smoke, the fire is soon to follow. So people are like, oh, now there's a sign for me to not be here. Then all the things catch fire, and you start seeing all the issues with other things about it. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's what happened with, we talked about the Helldivers 2 stuff with, Sony forcing them to link these PSN accounts and then going back and it being there, but then them also changing it from basically what it used to be, and then everybody calling them on their bullshit, and then they stopped doing it for their next couple of games. So it's once people start looking, it's more likely you'll start seeing the outcomes of the negative elements of certain aspects of things. Like that's why we know so much about the Blizzard stuff, because they had to get investigated, and then they were trying to sell. So when them trying to sell, they had even more scrutiny on them, and then a bunch of more things came to light.
Yep. Yeah. So they don't go public. Iskiji, please. What the hell happened to releasing a complete product to the tech realm? It's like buying a meal at McDonald's, and the freaking burger is $1 a month. You get the condiments quarterly, and the cheese gets cut, replaced with nothing for the same price. So more and more like McDonald's real model these days. Yeah. It is because Adobe, which is one of the pioneers in the software, is Adobe and Salesforce is one of the two of the pioneer of the subscription as a service, trying to move people from being able to buy things, hold on to it, and then have it out in the like, oh yeah, it'll be easier. You could just pay and your license will fluctuate and stuff like that. It's going to be easier for everybody. Instead of just buying on something. And you're supposed to have the additional, like, well, you get updates instantly. You don't have the huge upfront pricing and then buying Adobe for it. And then even if Adobe even said, like, the reason why the price is so much because there's like, well, we charge so much because several people are ripping and pirating, so we're just going to charge extra. Let me get this straight. I have to pay more because someone out there is getting it for free. Yes. Why don't you just go and get it for free?
Somebody else can pay.
Right? Let someone else pay.
Some other stat play. Yeah.
You know?
I feel like it also comes down with there's a lot of people who are comfortable with these things until somebody says something that makes them think about it for more than 30 seconds because of there's an ease of turning on Netflix and just watching whatever you want to watch and not think about it. Not when they're gonna increase the price and they made more accounts, but it doesn't matter because people still made the new accounts and it worked for Netflix, so they don't really care. So they're just going to keep doing what they're doing because people would rather have the ease of being able to stream it than going out of their way to get a whole complete thing as of right this second.
Right. Yeah. Hoarding everything or like having like all this drives. You get everything at your like, hey, trust me, like there's some things I've got on my internal Jellyfin server that like I like to watch. Just simple terms, like I have done that before. Like instead of pulling up Gundam, I just watch it from streaming. So like I can either sit there, go through Jellyfin, just go grab it, or just click real quick.
Yeah,
I get it. I get the ease of it. I do own my Gundam.
Right.
That's my big policy. If I enjoy a series, buy it. It's why I have 2 seasons of Infinity Train.
Well, the cable companies are coming back, right?
Basically.
Xfinity. I heard an ad for Xfinity yesterday where they're talking about buy Xfinity and you can get Paramount Plus and this channel and this channel and this channel all together with your Xfinity for free. It's like, so they're bundling all these streaming apps back together again into the cable companies. They're just recreating the whole thing.
We back, boys. We back.
Because everybody's tired of having I have to have an account for Disney. I have to have an account for Max. I have to have an account for Paramount. It's like people are getting tired of that, even though it's what we really wanted. But that's what now everybody's tired of it. So the cable companies are just going to start. Like I have Amazon now, and I can get Amazon Prime, but I can also get Paramount Plus and Max and other things included into that.
Yeah,
as an add-on. So I get those accounts. So now I can go and see all of that stuff in one place. And it's just the cable companies are like going, hey, I remember this. Let's do that again.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, as Scotch put it, they were never gone. They just made it so there was less commercials. And you can decide.
Not less commercials anymore.
Well, that's what it used to be.
I'm paying for Disney, watching Doctor Who, and I'm getting 2-minute commercial breaks 3 times through the show. That's kind of what I was used to watching before, isn't it? And now I'm paying for it.
Yeah. I got less commercials watching Doctor Who on the BBC UK player using VPN.
VPN, yeah.
Yep. No, right home saying cable's coming back, bro. They never left.
Yeah.
I've been here the
Everybody
whole
thought they were free of it, but yeah.
They're cutting the cord, but they're just watching it different.
Just like in the tech industry, we're just going back to mainframes. That's all that's happening.
That's true.
It's called cloud now.
Oh God, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. No, yeah, I hate the cloud is an addiction. Is an addiction. That most companies are addicted to. And they can't stop it. And it's how AWS and other cloud providers are getting rich. It's the formula. VCs give the money to startups give the money to Amazon. It's a pipeline.
I don't give money to people. That's just wrong.
It's an addiction. Like, hey, I've been trying to get my company, and I've showed them how much they could save because I moved the entire dev environment, or moving the dev environment into its own separate AWS account. So all this is just dev. This is just dev, right? And then we got prod. I'm like, see, prod needs to stay up all the time. Prod needs to 5 nines. This is dev. This is just us effing around, making things. Let's do this on-prem. It's like, should we? It's like, that's like 10 grand a month. Let's put that on premise. It's like, so we can put that on junk hardware. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? And if we can run it on the junk hardware, this is going to run like blazing fast on cloud. Come on, let's just do that. We just got to get them off the addiction of the cloud.
It's the ease. That's how it always is. When things are easy, people are more willing to get to deal with it. You know, when they slowly started adding ads into streaming services when they weren't there before,
right.
People was like, well, it's only 15 seconds. Oh, it's only 30 seconds. It's only 2 ad breaks. It's only 3 It's just spiraled and people are just accepted it because it's easy to just accept it at that point.
It's only an ad when they press pause.
All right, I'm gonna run a 1 minute ad break here on Twitch. So hold on a second.
I'm waiting for I press pause on a video and it runs a moving ad. I'm waiting for that day.
Well, I mean, that's the problem I always had with. So I spent so much time on YouTube as opposed to watching other streaming services like that.
Mm-hmm.
I went ahead and paid for the YouTube stuff because I was just tired of getting 3-minute ads 4 times in a 2-minute video.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I want to watch a 2-minute video and you're giving me 6 minutes of ads. There's a problem here. Let's do some ratio calculations.
Yeah, and the one thing I do is say, like, which I was always shocked by, right, is because usually I watch people who are demonetized on the YouTube. I like to watch them. People who are demonetized. So I know they're getting that yellow button of sadness, or but they're getting like grade A ads. Like these are like name brands. Just like, what the heck's going on? Gets me. It's like, is YouTube actually giving them that money? Or they're like, no, you're still yellow thing. We're keeping all this money. We know people are watching you. And we're gonna give you this dove ad, but it's not. You don't get that dove money. Oh, man. Anyways.
Or you do a reaction video and you play like 6 seconds of a song or something that now the copyright owner holds that whole video for it.
Mm-hmm.
So now because of that, you have to give them the entire ad revenue from that video.
Yeah,
it's a mess right now.
Twisted system, twisted, awful. But there's other things out there. Just like if you don't like using Adobe, Affinity's out there. They have a 50% off sale going on right now. And it's when you buy it once, and you have a perpetual license. They own your software. You can do what you want with it offline.
50% off. All you have to use is promo code fuck Adobe.
Yes, I don't think that's the promo code. I don't think that's the promo code.
I don't know. Type it in, see what happens. It might be a secret promo code they haven't told everybody
You
yet.
get 51% off if you use the fucking Adobe code.
But so enjoy the Infinity ride. I think Clownfish TV reported that Infinity was purchased by Canva, so it probably is not gonna. This train ain't gonna last long. So enjoy it.
Yeah,
and either way, it's still about like 2 months of Adobe Creative Cloud anyway. So.
Yeah, I bought Affinity years ago. I still got a whole bunch of that. You guys have to pay for upgrades, but you can get the version that you download for free.
Correct. Yeah. You get to keep it. Yeah. But like, there's some other people out there pioneer things to get things up because a lot of people have ran to different things, especially open source alternatives like GIP, and that brings us to our last topics. Futo, Futo, Futo.org is a great organization. I got into Futo because of Louis Rossman of Rossman's Repair Group. I liked watching Rossman stuff. He's also really good in the web repair. Really, really cool guy. So like Futo is the organization dedicated to developing both through in-house engineering and investment technology that frustrate centralization and industrial consolidation. So basically, Futo is just an organization about helping developers and engineers. Oh my God, Brian Hole. Developers and engineers, people in the space, to create software that doesn't abuse the users. That makes great offline things, and you just can have the things. So Futo sees those different projects out there, sees that they need money, invest in those engineers, so the engineers can go like, you know what? in order to like, I want to make a great product and I want to get paid. This will actually allow me to get paid instead of going like, you know what, I'm going to go work for, I don't know, Adobe and making a new software for them, and so I can get paid. I can go over here to the Blimp project, whatever. I'm just saying random names, and get paid to do the same thing I love, coding. So that's Futo. Futo is a great, amazing organization. So the last 2 weeks they changed their the licensing terms, because they had the same like standard like creation license, just like any like most open source projects. It's like, yeah, you don't have to pay, blah 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 blah, use the product. But for some reason, open source, which I see a lot too, like open source stuff like that, has been synonymous with free. It's free. It's free. I should just be able to use it, right? I don't have to pay. I should be able to use it. And I see that a lot. Like, and I'm kind of comfortable with that in like the home lab or the home space, but it really upsets me in the professional space. Like, I think one thing I do, and a lot of companies, when I see them use a lot of open source technology, is like, listen, like if this was a Windows server, you would be paying this into your cows and everything. So can you just, I don't know, a fraction of what you would have paid to Windows or any other closed source license, and toss it into the to that open source like foundation? It would be very beneficial to them, no matter how much. Even if you just gave them $30, you would, yes, you probably made millions with it, but gave them $30, they would rejoice with the $30.
It's like, yeah, we got something back on our investment. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. So with Futo, which they did, what they went ahead and rechanged their license, which some people were a little up in arms, like, how dare you change this license? But no. Louis Russell made a good, like, massive video on describing why the license changed and the reasoning for the license change. And to me, I agree with this license change. And it's not like a get me because it's open source. If you want to if you're that upset, take the code, build it yourself, buy, fork and go buy. Go do your own. Do your own thing. Go off. It's open source. Go ahead. But what it's doing is licensing is Futo is like, yes, Futo is, you can use some of this, all depending up to the engineers on each project on how they want to do the charging model. But the one thing is, if you're a corporation and you're using their project, you have to pay. You will pay. You have to pay. You will pay. So like, let's say Futo makes the next I think Louis Russell did the thing like what is it, FMPEG, the video processing side, which most things use for video processing, an open source project that way. Yeah, if you use our open source video encoder for that and you make millions, well, please pay.
We're getting millions as well.
Yeah, we also get some of those millions. No. You're open source. You're dirty coders. We may have used your project and did this, but you guys are dirty coders. Why? And I'm with it because there's so many different like companies I've worked for that have Ubuntu and all this, using all this other like open source Linux stuff. It's like they won't even pay for support. Like even I've paid for. Like, I've enjoyed Proxmox that much. Like, I'm getting ready to pay for my community edition. Like, I freaking loved it over V. Is it better than VMware? No, God, no. VMware's night and day better than Proxmox. But does Proxmox respect me more than VMware does? Now it does. Before Broadcom, I don't know about that. But now with Broadcom, I don't trust Broadcom. I don't trust Broadcom at all.
Well, what's funny is that now it's free. VMware's free now. What the hell? Or for personal use?
You trust that? You trust them? Trust these guys?
Well, see, I paid for it. So I've got version 17. I've bought it. So it's like, oh, okay. So now I get the new version now you're giving it to everybody for free. And I've paid for it. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's great.
Okay, I never thought about that in that way. I mean, I get it from work. I made work pay for mine.
I could have made work free. I decided not to. It wasn't that much. I decided to eat it because I didn't really want to fill out the forms. My company pays like $25 for my for internet every month. If they give you like $25 to help offset the cost of your internet.
Yeah,
I haven't filled it in years. It's just like once a month I have to fill out this form. I'm just like, Screw it.
Yeah, our company does that.
$45.
Yeah, no one wants to. No, we realize no one's filling out the form too, so they're just giving people the money in their check.
Yeah,
Once a
Mhm.
month. Once a month, you get an extra 25.
we should do that.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Just here you go.
Enjoy.
Yep.
Drizzle,
Yep.
drizzle.
Drizzle.
Oh, and here's the taxes you got to pay on that 25. Okay. Boop.
Yep, thank you. Yeah. Mhm.
Like, we'll give you a bonus. Oh, hey, here's your bonus. Well, it's like a third of what you told me it was going to be. Well,
you know how things are.
Yeah, but no. I'm sure you brought. Well, not probably not Rhino. Rhino, you work with a legitimate company who pays for all their software and don't do any of those stuff.
yeah, they sell the software is what we did.
Oh,
Of course we pay for it.
trust me. The previous job I was working at, they definitely did not pay for their things. Like if they hadn't have shut down, and they, you can ask producer Paul. We had basically decided that if they didn't shut down, we were reporting all of their cracked versions of Windows they had on these computers.
Why do you guys report that? You guys could have got paid.
The shit, like I was getting paid anyway. I got paid to do nothing.
That's true.
Like it was either get paid then or work another extra 3 months of going into work and getting paid to sit around and read.
Anyways, but no. It's I see it a lot, especially like in startups. Just which I get it. Like if you're scrambling, like, and you're not making any money, stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead. But if you're buying goofy stuff like that, just like especially this thing just basically to me just also goes out to people who are leaving Adobe, who has left Adobe, and if you didn't go to Affinity or you went to GIMP, let's say you just said screw this, I'm going to GIMP, and you're saying like, you know what, I'm having issues with GIMP, I wish GIMP did this, which GIMP blah 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 blah. Hey, take what you were giving to Adobe and give to the GIMP project. Trust me. If everyone who left Adobe went to GIMP and started doing that, most of your problems will be fixed, or Inkspace, or whatever open source free software that you have jumped to because you realize Adobe is awful and you don't know what you want to pay for yet. Give them a little bit of cash, $20, okay? Anything, I've got two licenses for GarageJet. Oops, sorry. The other app that you can't say.
Harry,
two
on.
licenses of those.
Come
okay?
on.
We specifically said
I have 2 licenses.
We discussed this.
I got one on my Nexus and I got one on my personal phone. Okay, one on the dark Android phone and the dark Android device in the phone, because a dark Android phone doesn't exist. A dark Android device does. Remember that. Even if you don't activate your 4G LTE SIM inside there, it's still communicating with the towers. And if you don't put a SIM card in, too bad. The SIM card, all it does is subscription information. It's always constantly communicating with the tower unless you rip the antenna off.
It's got 9. Yeah, you can always do an emergency 911, so it's always contacted the tower.
Correct. So if you can contact the tower, it's always contacting the tower. It's always contacting the tower.
It's tracking you. It's pinging you, and it's sending that information to the government.
Always. Well, it's not really the government.
You get to go into the database.
It's not going to the government. It's going to T-Mobile, and T-Mobile's choosing to sell its ads.
Yeah, but it's also going to the government. It's going into the database and the rock.
Which makes you wonder which is worse, the T-Mobile ads or the government database.
I'm just waiting for them to realize, to do the jump for ads where they start just focusing only on the Zoomers. It's like, no cap, bro. Get this ad for real, Ohio.
Oh man, it's I don't want those days. Of course, like it's gonna be the day where I'm gonna be trying to go grocery shopping and they're gonna play some Zoomer banger in there, and I'm like, what is that noise? Trying to shop.
Yeah.
The only good thing about this is that their attention span is getting so small that even ads are going to be too long for them, so they're going to have to cut the ads down eventually.
Yeah, but that just means you're going to get like 100 ads in 30 seconds.
Or the ads
are the subliminal messaging at that point.
No, like I think the Paul brothers just showed us. You just put the ads in the or part of the video. Drink Prime, okay?
Product placement.
Yeah, drink Prime. Anyways, get really.
Anyway,
Anyway,
before we get too far, go visit our store where we have merchandise we can sell.
Yep.
Fucking nostalgia.
Again, we're already there. Let's close on the videos because the ad bores.
That's what I do is
Yes.
I go on Twitch and I go, let me go check this other Twitch streamer, right? And you go to their page and the first thing you do is pre-roll you for 3 minutes. It's like, oh, mute. Okay, what am I doing for the next 3 minutes over here? So I don't have to bother with that ad. Then I might go back to it. But that's why it's so hard to find people on YouTube, because the minute you go to check somebody new out, they throw a 3-minute ad on you. Nobody's going to stick around and watch you.
That, yeah, I can see that especially on Twitch, comparison to like YouTube.
Twitch is
YouTube,
horrible.
I don't know. The YouTube algorithm has gone absolutely crazy for me. Like, I will watch one video and my entire suggested is their entire back catalog. Like for like
If you like them on
12
this,
hours, right? 12 hours. I did keep like refreshing. It goes somewhere else. It's like, oh, you watched one Uncle Roger video talking about Jamie Oliver making terrible food. Here's his entire back catalog. You're gonna watch these, right? I was like, I watched like 2 of them. Stop.
Yeah.
yeah, it's better than my X for you page. I can't watch it. I can't look at it anymore.
So I like
It's literally the worst alt right wing stuff I ever, like DC Drano and Clint Russell and everything. It's just like feeding. It's all in my feed, and I don't go to any of those places or see those ever.
DC
I don't know why
Drano?
they're thinking, yeah,
Oh, you
constantly
watched
getting
that?
DC Drano stuff. No, it gets put in my for you page though.
I limit myself at Tim Pool. Okay.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting some of the worst stuff ever in my for you page, and I'm like, why are you giving this to me? This is nonsense. You know, it's nothing to do with any of the people I follow. So I just have to go to my following, you know, because I follow people from like all over the place, right? So I mean, Midas Touch, and I mean those are left wing stuff, and then I got some right wing stuff, and I got some, but it's not like, you know, that sort of area of the X I try to stay away from completely. But when I turn on for you, boom, 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 just nothing but all of that.
Sweet. I just gotta update on the Twitch. So the that I'm using this handy in the app, so it tells me everywhere. I went down. Oops, you guys didn't see any of that. See all the apps I use. That just crashed on me. I updated Twitch on the thing. Yes, you guess. Yeah. So like it tells me, right, of all the different things that I can watch and where I can follow them on this weird app that I'm telling you guys about. So
Don't show it. Don't show it on screen.
What?
If it's that weird app.
It's not bad. See, look, it tells me everywhere I can find them. If they're on
the name is on the screen. We're gonna get another ban, sir. This is on you.
We're so long in the episode that
they don't mean anything. That was the second topic we talked about on that episode.
So long into it, it should be fine. Anyways, but the great thing about it, what I like on it, because of like some of the ad things like that, so I mostly sometimes use YouTube as a search engine. And I go like, oh, there's a lot of you. I'm sure this is on Rumbles or on the Modesty or the anywhere else I can go find the mouse on. I just go like, boop, you know, which eventually Nebula would become a better space.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's great.
I like the concept. I like the concept.
It's a great concept. In execution, it's kind of
it like the College Humor guys when they went off and did their own site. That's done very well. I feel every month I'm getting great high quality content, and I feel like I'm mostly being underpaid. Like I should pay more. Don't charge more, please. Please don't charge more.
Because
so you want an example?
One moving target. We're going to charge $3 more, as he told us that he wanted to spend more money on it.
So I just pulled up my my For You page on Twitter.
Yeah.
I've got Mike Lee.
Okay.
Ted Cruz. Tim Pool.
Okay.
Kevin Sorbo,
Nice,
Clint Russell,
nice. God's not dead.
the Libertarian Party of Colorado.
Weird flex.
I mean, it's like
Weird flex,
Nicholas J. Fuentes. I know there's no reason I'm going to see Nicholas J. Fuentes in my fucking be in my feed in anywhere.
Knew it. Look, right on.
Elon Musk.
Kick him out. Kick him out of the podcast.
Oh man, you got that person.
I can't go to For You anymore. And I know it's just what
Can I put a poll up? Should we?
Musk is just pushing.
And we cancel Reinhold for following.
It's gotta be just us saying, okay, we want all these right-wing guys to get more, we'll push them out to everybody. And it's like, why is Nick Fuentes in my For You page?
You
see what I'm saying?
It's like the other third wheel.
He is Voldemorting it up right now.
Like it wasn't like I had to go searching through the list from those were the top 6 entries I have.
Rhino, don't say his name too many more times. He's just gonna show up. He's gonna show up in the calls like you rang.
Actual nationalist Reinhold. Man, the actual nationalist the whole time. Knew it. Should that moment when he's,
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's fine.
X has just become unusable.
Yes, yeah. Google has become unusable. Good. Trash sites for trash.
Are you still saying DuckDuckGo? Or is there a better place?
Technically, I pull things from DuckDuckGo. So, which a lot of people I followed it with Chuck, and he got me to that project with CRX and different CRX projects, and which I enjoy. And since I've got home servers and I've got storage, I have just building my own, rolling my own, and just capturing everything that I've ever searched to just keep it.
So here's my question.
What?
So at one point you were scraping all of Trump's tweets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you switch over to Truth Social?
I did not.
Okay.
I do enjoy the Trump tweet database, which like I said, I've scraped them all. I've got all these. I barely did anything with it. It was like the only thing that became valuable was like the January 6th stuff when people were going like, he said this at this time. Like, hold on. Nope.
Logic.
Got it right here. I pulled everything.
Fact checked.
I'm time stamped. He tweeted that out this time. That's not really like, oh yes it is. It went up, I pulled out. So that's about the only other time I actually got to use the database. So I didn't find any use of the database. So I didn't continue on.
It's really easy. So having that database is great when he says or something happens, and you can go back and see where he said something about it 6 years ago. Only it was the exact opposite, right? So you can see that there's always a tweet, right? So like when he's like, they shouldn't be using the government to go after political opponents, and he's got and I never said lock her up. And it's like, oh really? There's tons of stuff like that out there that he does. So
do you want access to the database so you can pull it up?
No, it's just that would be a full-time job.
If you give him the database, you would have the longest Reinhold I was right stream.
I could probably hook the database up to the search engine so you could search.
Why don't you just throw an AI in front of it? Can you do that? All the search engines are doing that now. Just throw an AI in front.
All right, so I use this one AI project, which is because I'm an extrovert and I'm lonely. I use this AI bot, and what it does is interacts with you and talks with you like you have assistants working for you and with you at your job. So you communicate them like they're people, and they do things for you. So you're like, hey, I schedule me this meeting with blah blah this person, and then make sure I follow up on this, and you communicate with them like in Slack. It's like a Slack bot, and you just send these chats where they communicate with you. Even will ask you how your day is going, and it's great, Anyways,
Harry, that sounds depressing. That's coming from somebody who doesn't interact with people.
Let's just say the one we have in our teams for work is called Harold. And I got PMs. What they'll do is they've written their own little AI bot now,
Mhm,
and they're
mhm.
passing it around, and it'll go in and it'll record the meeting, take notes of the meeting, organize it, and then send them out after the meetings, so they don't have to do all that.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
that's the thing is, what really irritates me is that people call it AI, and it's still not AI. It's just like, no, quit calling it that. That's not what it is. It's just data warehousing with good search engine rules.
Just like calling things a cloud. It's not a cloud. It's just
Yeah.
AWS Colo with software on the
Yeah.
top.
Reinhold, you would love the CoffeeZilla video about the rabbit, which was this AI search engine thing that wasn't
Mhm.
AI at all. It was just using parameters to pull up websites and things. And I'm saying, but the AI does do stuff. When Coffee was like, but what does it do? You know, stuff.
The stuff does
It
machines.
is a great video.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, it's really good.
it's
Very
CoffeeZilla
fun.
does great research on things that he cares about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Coffee's
that's always irritating because it's like everybody's so worried about AI. I'm like, this isn't anywhere near anything like you would be really need to be worried about for AI. This is just code.
Until it does the bloody upbringing, or it can produce its own
Well,
music, own original music, then it doesn't matter.
yeah, pass a Turing test for me. How about that? How about writing your own code?
Oh.
Code yourself, add code onto yourself automatically without anybody telling you to do it and giving you the parameters to do it. They're not doing that. The code's not doing that.
And on that bombshell, let's end that tonight. So, what you've learned: Adobe's burning. Good, and there's other projects
Bye
out there.
bye,
And if you go into any of these open source projects, give them money. Just
Right.
pay. It should be okay that you're paying, like, you're willing to give these companies that will just take from you and
Just-
treat you like
yeah.
dirt, and you give them thousands of dollars. And this open source
Give them
project that respects
10%.
respects your privacy. I don't want to pay that. Give it to me free. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Just give them 10% on what you would have spent, and you come out ahead. They come out ahead. Everybody comes out ahead.
Heck, the thing.
And the
So
price of stuff comes down because Adobe's going to eventually realize we're not got as many people anymore. We need to drop this price down a little bit, or maybe go back to some different type of licensing. And what they're going to do is just going to give deals to all the big companies, so they'll still be used there. But for individual users, they'll go somewhere else.
yeah, like even the game I've gotten everybody in one of our discords start playing, the Pokemon roguelike thing, that is just a bunch of people just decided they wanted to do it. It's an open source project that's not for profit or anything, because how Nintendo is.
Very litigious.
Very litigious, but it has its own category on Twitch at this point, and people really enjoy it. It's a fun little game that I've probably sank too many hours into after finding it.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, you can do that. Anyways, so thank you for listening or watching this show. You could have been doing anything else in the world, but you decided to do this, and that I thank you. This is a live podcast recorded on 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Mondays. So come hang out with us. Reach your chats in there to hang out with us and have a nice conversation. We do different topics. So please come up.
Christy, remember it's 9 o'clock, not 10.
Yeah. Also, Christy's 9.
Christy. She just realized it was Monday.
Was there a bonus NCIS episode that happened? I think
Probably was. Bonus.
She might have just be dehydrated from being out in the sun all day.
That's
She
true.
had to
Yeah,
work out in the sun all day.
Yeah, super dehydrated. Yeah, hope she had fun out there. So it sounded like fun, looked like fun. So yeah, you can watch us on twitch.tv/We Are Libertarians and youtube.com/We Are Libertarians. And Reinhold's streaming somewhere on Reinhold stuff too. So, all right, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.